welcome back. This is the Diary of Ebony, and today we are going to do literally, like the title says, a get ready with me and yap. And welcome to quarter two. We are in Bloomwake, and if you haven't already, go check out my shorts tab. I unpacked all of quarter one yesterday, and quarter one was it gave everything I needed it to give. And I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I definitely did drag my feet getting on live this morning, even though I made the commitment yesterday to get on live and to start getting on live to help me to get ready for my day. So today is Thursday. It is week 2 of Bloomwake, actually, but it is April 2nd. And y'all, I'm not gonna lie to you. I thought we were done with April Fool's jokes. I really did. But yesterday, I see a lot of people decided they want to play. And I'm like, please, can we not? But nonetheless, it is what it is. I have some breakouts. And I just have to be okay with that. I have to be okay with how my skin is showing up right now. And honestly, the way I'm looking at it, because sometimes I like to turn my pimples into moles. So I think I might make this one a mole. Like this is cute mole placement. I already have this beauty mark in real life, and I have like 2 more on my chin. So this probably will be the 4th today. And honestly, y'all, we're just gonna literally get ready and yap. And I remembered that I haven't done an updated beauty routine. So that's really gonna be the foundation of this. And then also kind of just unpacking what my experience has been using the 13-month calendar that I designed in December. Because like when you make something, and I guess this is something that parents probably understand more than I could ever articulate, but when you create something, you never really know what is going to bring in your life. But this calendar has really been like a baby for me because it's stretching me, it is confronting me, and it is growing me in very unexpected ways. But nonetheless, I'm grateful. Hey, Perry. Hey, welcome. We're just getting ready and yapping. And one thing I'm going to do on these lives, and I'll show it in a post because I saw that YouTube does static posts. Well, oh, thank you. I have this head on next to my bed, and I'll just have to show it to y'all. It's hard to explain. But it has a bunch of different quotes, notes, and hi, Mari. It has a bunch of different quotes, notes, and like pieces of my journal that I had like wanted to say, but they were falling out of the actual journal itself. And I'm like, let me just pull something from the head and see what it gives me. And this is actually a tab from a yogi tea that I wanted to save. And it says that the principal ingredient of life is love. So that is going to be our foundation for today. The principal, oh, thank you so much. I actually do model a little bit. And I'm getting back into it because I did stop. I went on a hiatus for a while, but I want to get back into modeling, especially this year, because I miss it. I love being on set. And I don't know. I don't know why I let myself stop modeling. Like that was childish of me. That was very, very foolish of me. So I definitely want to get back into modeling. But in the meantime, in between time, these bills need to be paid. So I am going to continue on my journey as a graphic designer. Y'all, I have not created for fun in a long time. And I'm like, if Adobe's going to be robbing me every month anyways, I might as well use these softwares. Like, I'm on a production team, so they have my login and they use the software a lot more frequently than I do. But I'm like, Eb, you want to make graphics too. Like, let's do a poster today. So I created some posters yesterday and I was very pleased with not only the process, but the freedom because they didn't look, oh, thank you so much. They didn't look like what I, like, I have references, right? But literally, I did not create anything. Like, it didn't look how it looked. How it looked in the end was not what I expected. And I let myself be okay with that. And that is where my graphic design journey is right now. I have been doing graphics for a very long time. Like, child, literally think MySpace. I was on Photoshop. How was I on Photoshop? I don't know. But once I did not have Photoshop, and this is whenever you could have, like, you could purchase your license. Do y'all remember being able to purchase? I don't know if I have any graphic designers in here, honestly, but do y'all remember a time where you could, like, purchase software instead of a subscription model? Like, I'm so tired of what freaking capitalism has done for our nation and for our people, but this is where we've landed. And honestly, how we're gonna have to use the internet, because I'm like, how do you bully corporations into being for the people again and not for their money? Like, if y'all just do right by us, you'll have our loyalty. Why do you want to squeeze us dry? Adobe, please. Like, why? But of course, I need the software, so like I'm a let myself get robbed every month of that $87. It is what it is. So I just set my eyebrows with the NYX brow glue. This is a clear one. This is really good. I've been using this for quite some time, and my eyebrows are in a condition, and that's all I'm gonna say. They're in a condition. But with this brow glue, they are a lot more tame. And tame is what I need. So, y'all, I typically don't get ready this early in the day. Like, this is me breaking the mold of my own routine, because, for one, I don't like standing up and doing my makeup. Like, I really do prefer to sit down. But I'm like, if I'm going to be doing these get ready with me's, Glam and yaps on YouTube in the mornings, then I will need to be in a position that is fitting for the platform. So I definitely took some time this morning. Like I said, I was dragging my feet to get on this live because I made this commitment yesterday. And I'm like, oh, now's the time. So I was like, let me switch out my light bulbs in the bathroom. And I'm glad, because these feel more neutral. My previous light bulbs were just, I don't know, a little warm for my taste. And it definitely, it threw off, it threw off the vibes. And if you go through my shorts, you'll probably see, yeah, I think I have a few videos from, well, with the previous lighting, but that was just, again, that was just me finding something, literally finding something to do before getting on live, because I'm like, I'm tired, boss. I want to lay down some more. And it's like, girl, no, you actually cannot lay down anymore. You have to get up. Like Doechii and SZA said, girl, get up. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna get up. So right now I am filling in my brows with the Mented Cosmetics highbrow pencil, and this is in the shade Take a Brow. I believe this is their darkest shade. This is their black brown shade. Actually, this might be Brow Down. No, this is Take a Brow. This is Take a Brow. Sorry. Let me see. No, this might be Brow Down, because I'm noticing. So here's the thing. I was cleaning out my car, and I found, no. It wasn't my car. I was cleaning out my pink Telfar bag. And this is the one I had been using, but it ran out. I still have the spoolie. But I found this one in my pink Telfar bag. And whenever I rolled it up, I was like, oh my God, there's still some pencil in there. And I was so happy. But here's the thing. And you'll have to really look to see. Yeah, you can see. These are two different browns. And I knew that this one was Take a Brow. And because this was in my pink Telfar bag, I can only assume that this is Brow Down. Because around the time when I was wearing that specific bag, I was also blonde, like bleach blonde. And during that time, I did not do my brows as dark because I was bleach blonde. And that was really just the prerogative of my glam at the time. But, now I'm in my 30s. My makeup has evolved a little bit. And I'm just like, let me go ahead and share an updated routine because I have not done so in so long. So we are just finishing these brows before we like really get started on the face. I Good thing is about today, I actually do have a few events to attend later on tonight, and I have a meeting this afternoon with my team. So it's like, yeah, it actually is not going to hurt me at all to be ready because stay ready so you don't have to get ready. You feel me? So it's just, this all works out. The timing of it all is pretty ideal. So now I'm going to use primer for the face. I've already applied my skincare for the day. I've already done my sunscreen. So whenever I apply this primer, it will move that sunscreen around. That's perfectly normal. We're just going to rub it all in. And then we're going to set it. And I have always really liked this primer from Milk, the Hydro Grip Primer. It is on the pricier side, but it is good. It is good. And I've had this one for a while. It gives you a pretty decent amount of product. How much is in here, actually? 45 milliliters, which is about 1.52 fluid ounces. Which, like I said, it's not bad for how much you need and what you need it for and how much product they give you. I think I'm going to create an, what is it, LTK? One of those accounts, and I'm just going to have to pat that in. I'm just going to load up my makeup bag on there so that way everything is always linked, because I ain't gonna lie to y'all, I'm not finna list out every product on every video. I'm just gonna have to load up my makeup bag on that platform and link that platform so that y'all know what I'm using. Ooh, I should have brought my handkerchief because I got the sniffles a little bit. And that's one thing about spring. Like because I am in dusty Dallas, when spring hits, I get hit. And I'm so tempted to just stuff a piece of tissue in my nostril. But I'm like, girl, just have a little bit of decorum. Like just a little bit on this first live. And it's not even my first live. This is probably like my third, maybe my fourth. But I just have the sniffles. So after I put on my primer, I like to set that with a setting powder. This is Deep Rich from Nented Cosmetics. Why did you ignore me when wait, what are you talking about? I didn't, hold on. Cut the cameras. Cut the cameras. Zip Ade Duda, if I'm saying your name correctly. I don't know what you're talking about. Don't get on here gaslighting me. Cause how can I ignore you when this is the first comment I've seen from you? Don't do that. Don't do that. It's too early in the morning. I don't know how early it is where you are in the world, but where I am, it is too early in the morning to be trying to gaslight me today. As a matter of fact, just for that, I am going to put that tissue in my nose. Because y'all not going to play with me today. Y'all not going to play with me today. Did y'all know that part of your skincare routine is booger maintenance? I feel like get some steam going. What you talking about? I don't know what you're talking about. So uh, part of your skincare routine should always be booger maintenance. And people, I don't know why the girls don't show that. Like, booger maintenance is an essential part of skincare. It was that way. Please, 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 please. It was at work by the water cooler. You know why? You know why I ignored it? Because you weren't talking about nothing for real. And I had deadlines, okay? So the fact that I had deadlines and you were playing in my face pissed me off. So that's why I ignored it. Since we playing games this morning. Like I said, y'all, it is 10:23. Okay. More booger maintenance, but this time we're gonna dig in the eyes because I can already feel the eye boogers wanting to come out. Ugh, that feels great. Okay. And we're going to go over the brows again really quickly. There we go. And honestly, I might end up going through these again with some mascara at the end, but I'm not going to do that right now. I'm not in the mood. To steam. Oh! The steam will get the pollen out the air. That way it wouldn't bother your sinus. You know what? You're making sense, G-Moneys. You're making sense. I've done that before. I'm not going to do that in this bathroom because it will literally, well, no, it's not going to melt my makeup. I'm going to do that after I'm done with my makeup because the beauty of the way I do my makeup routine, and I think this is how it works for most makeup routines, honestly, is that steam helps melt the makeup. So this is the concealer from House Labs. I don't actually know what this is called though. There's a like actual name for what they called this, and it's a really cute name. But I'm in the shade 51 Deep Peach, and this has been a great concealer. So I'm gonna let that dry a little bit and debate on if I want to do something on my eyes. I think I'll just do bronzer. Yeah, you can never go wrong with just bronzer on the eyes. And also, I don't feel like it. I just don't feel like doing too much today. And that's so funny because I have a lot to do today. So part of adulting, part of embracing being an adult, embracing being 30 is doing it anyways. Doing it when I'm not in the mood, doing it because I have to, and just taking full responsibility for my life. And a lot of what I learned, heard, and experienced during quarter one, I keep saying Q and quarter together, and it comes out as quarter. But a lot of what was revealed to me during Q1, quarter one, was the responsibility that I have for my life. And it's like, girl, duh. But it's not that I didn't know that. Obviously, I knew that. And maybe that's not obvious because of how I was whimsically going about life. I think the revelation of the responsibility that I have for my life, it just showed up in new ways. And it showed up in ways that, oh, by the way, that bronzer was out of office from Mented Cosmetics. If you're ever looking to shop with Mented, I do have a code. The code is Ebony. And I also have a curator box with Mented Cosmetics, Ebony's Essentials. And that curator box, I am really glad to have been able to do, even though it was in a very, like, the season when Mented reached out to me to do another partnership was a season that, child, 2025 was not pretty for the girl. Did you shade me at work because I'm a Capricorn? Yes. 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 It is. It was because you're a Capricorn. Yes. Yes. As a Libra, yes. Yes. You know why? Because a Capricorn traumatized me before the pandemic. Oh, add a Q&A sticker. Sure. I don't even know what that does. Double dipping, okay? No, I don't. Well, because double dipping is okay. I don't need y'all to tell me it's not. Let's see. I'm gonna ask, what color is Thursday? What color is Thursday to y'all? For me, Thursday is Thursday to me gives like green. Thursday feels green. Like, and even when I think about the shades of green, it's not a lime green. It's not a hand sanitizer green. It's close to this, but it's darker. I don't think I have the green physically around to, okay, this is close. It's close to this green, but darker. So yeah, girl, child, see my ADHD. But around the time when Mented Cosmetics reached out to me to do this collaboration, I was going through it. 2025 is going to be one of those years that ends up redacted in my memory because of how traumatizing it was. And it was traumatizing in a way that I can't, like, you would have just had to, like, let me just blend my concealer, child. It was one of those years where, like, all I can say is, what is happening? But by the grace of God, we made it to 2026. And I can only literally give God the glory for that, and for surrounding me with people who made it feel safe for me to unravel versus be the strong friend all the time, and versus being the person who they need. Like, oh, I actually need people right now. This has to be a woman's channel because straight men don't want to know how y'all become pretty. First of all, this is my channel, okay? Okay. Secondly, because I am a woman, yes, this is a woman's channel because it is run by a woman. However, man in chat, you are still welcome here. Now, if you just don't care about, the get ready with me, glam and yap, that's fine. You don't have to be here for the glam, but we still yapping. And, I don't know what men think about. And I don't know what men like to watch because I'm not a man. Now, I know what my homies be watching, and it be anime, and it be sports, and it be politics and world things and all types of stuff that do not feed my whimsy. But, I be learning, and I'm always down to learn something new. And that's why you're here, because you want to learn something new too. If you have women in your life and they just happen to start talking to you about concealer, you can be like, oh yeah, have you tried House Labs? And they'll be like, ball? And then for them, from there, you can be like, yeah, I watched Ebony on YouTube. She taught me ball. And then they'll be like, oh, you're a safe space for us. So then, yeah, I mean, it sounds like a win-win to me. So I don't know, man, but I get it. I get it. If I'm not your cup of tea, I'm not offended by that at all. But I will say, I was pretty before I started putting on makeup, so I'm just doing my makeup because I have things to do today. And no, I'm not. I am straight. I don't know how else to answer that question. I'm literally straight. But yeah. These eyebrows, I really want to get my eyebrows done. And I need to find a new eyebrow lady because do I have a man? Do you have money? No, I'm kidding. I have the Lord. The Lord is my strength and my provider. But on earth, no, I don't. I have a team. And my team and I got work to do. And we have a meeting tomorrow. And honestly, we have a vlog that needs to be edited. Like, sorry, this is me. My to-do list is coming. You have to ask nowadays, I guess. Do y'all ever just like be talking and then your to-do list just suddenly gets channeled? Like, oh my gosh, that reminds me, I have to do this, that, and the third by close of business. Yeah, that was me just now. Like, literally, that was me just now. Because, your girl got things to do today. Your girl got things to do this week. I have tasks that need to be accomplished. And they will be. You know what I need to actually start doing? I need to start actually writing out a to-do list because I just don't. I literally just don't. And I need to start because why don't I write these things down? I just let myself vibe and be like, oh yeah, that is the thing that I do need to do. And then the day of it comes and I'm like, oh, that's the thing I was supposed to have done when I thought about it the first time I thought about it and didn't write it down. But that's why we're in Bloomwake. That's why we are in Q2 and we are allowing everything from Q1 to be integrated. Because what does it look like in your body to do the things that you know you need to do? It looks like doing the things! Sorry. Trigger warning, I scream. I tweak out a lot. Yeah. If you are wearing headphones, if you are sensitive to sound, I make a lot of them. So you have been warned. I have a meeting at 2 and I have deliverables. I have deliverables that I need to start and finish. But I will say it has been a productive quarter. I have gotten a lot done at work, at my job. I'm starting to find the love in graphic design again. And I'm saying it that way because the way I was saying it before, I was like, I don't love it anymore. I need to find the love. It's gone. But words mean things. And although those feelings were very true, I had to redirect that energy and make a declaration to myself to find the love in graphic design again. Do y'all be seeing like the static posts on YouTube? Is that something y'all care about? I think it's something I want to start experimenting with because sometimes I just want to like just post. And a lot of times I'll be in these lives or like I'll have these like moments where I'm recording and I need to reference something, but I can't reference it in the moment. So I'm like, I need to be able to reference it later. And that's where I feel those static posts come in handy. This setting powder I'm using is from Amicole. And let me just say, Amicole. What does it say? Only has to make that. I'm screaming. Not y'all roasting each other in the comments. So Amicole has my favorite setting powder system. You have this, and you have this, and you have this net. And it is just so clean and so efficient. And there will never be another Amicole. Like, there will never be another Amicole. Very, very legendary brand. It was the first beauty brand that I had ever seen. that started their listing of complexion products from dark to light. They literally started from the richest shade to the lightest shade. And that was unheard of in the beauty space. Like, it was always started from the lightest shade to the richest shade. And just that decision alone. Also, hold on. Also, to get rid of pollen, you can get a box fan and get a 20 by 20 air filter and put it on the back of the fan, turn the fan on high, and leave it, and it will filter your whole house. Ooh, you dropping gems. I'm about to screenshot that. Hopefully it doesn't mess up the live. It probably just did. I don't know. Okay, we're still here. You dropping gems. I appreciate you, G Money. Shoo. Put me on. Yeah, because this is every spring for me. Like, every spring. And I think I just need to be proactive in doing things that will keep me from suffering. Suffering the way I have been suffering every spring. And it's so funny because me and my mom both got this bad. So we'll just both be sneezing and achoo! Achoo! And it gets bad. There was a day, oh my God, there was a day like maybe 2 weeks ago when I was sneezing so bad, like so bad, that I was just, have you ever sneezed so much that it knocked you out? I was watching a movie and then I was just knocked out. Did not finish the movie. It was painful. It was very painful. Oh wait, am I gonna do, I don't know if I want to do a skin tint today. I think concealer is enough. Concealer is enough for this part of my day. Whenever I am getting ready to leave, then I'll decide on if I want to do a skin tint. And then we said we're going to make you a mole today. Because who said I can't make a pimple a mole? Let's use the liquid highlighter. Who said? Oh my gosh, I still need to watch the Hannah Montana anniversary. Y'all, I love Miley Cyrus down. Miley Stewart, that was my girl. I was a Disney kid through and through. Like, Disney Channel was, honestly, if they had made a cult, I would have joined the cult at that time. Like, that was, y'all remember the, was it the Disney Games or the Disney Olympics? That was such a moment in time, child. That was such a moment in time. We'll never get another, man. So much has changed in media. It's weird. It feels weird, right? In the media, like, the way stories are told through film and television is just, it has changed. There's a loss in purity, I feel. And not like Hollywood was always perfect, because clearly, it was not. But just like, just the reality of where we have gone as a nation as it relates to like this creative outlet. Things are just so different. And I was able to really recognize that because I was watching The Devil Wears Prada for the first time, literally for the first time. Like, I had never watched the Devil Wears Prada all the way. I was watching it with my friend who has watched it a bunch of times. And just, okay, so the fact that that movie was made in 2006, and that was 20 years ago, and just the way that they told that story in comparison to like movies I see now, I'm just amazed because it was just so well done. Oh, okay. Get a box fan, 2x2 air filter, 20 by 20. Oh. Oh, that makes so much sense. Don't you love science? Using an air filter on a box fan. That makes so much sense. That makes so much sense. I'm gonna have to try that for real. I also need to make my grocery list because one thing I'm not gonna do in 2026 is spend all my money eating out like I always do. Like, I actually really enjoy being in the kitchen, so why not just make my food again? But I also love eating out. Like, I really do. But I have eaten out so much. I just need to put some restrictions on myself as it relates to that because it's not every day. It's not every day. Some days, yes, but every day, no, girl. That's a little OD. That's a little excessive, and it's also lazy. And I'm not trying to be lazy with my diet. And I see that that has started to affect my weight a little bit. Which, I'm not saying this to be crazy because I've always been at a really good weight. Like, I've been in the 130s for over a decade. And I'm grateful for my metabolism. However, I am 31 years old. And I'm not gonna have, like, I can't, it would be foolish of me to assume that my metabolism still operates the way it operated in my early 20s or in my late teens going into my 20s and throughout my 20s. Like, it's safe to assume that things are changing. And I know that because I can hear my knees. I can hear my knees in the morning. So let's not act like the metabolism is just no, let's also integrate some healthy habits. So there's this carrot salad that I've been seeing on my timeline that I cannot wait to try. And I've been seeing a lot of really fun tin fish recipes. I've always liked sardines. So like to see new ways to eat sardines online, I'm like, let's get in the kitchen. Let's get in the kitchen. Let's see, we're pretty much almost done with the face. And I do need to get on my laptop. So let's wrap this up. And finish up the look. So the blush I just used, I got this from my friend actually. It's from MAC. And it's called Strobe, I believe. The shade is Nightlight. And one thing I was thinking about one day, and this is like a half truth. I can admit that this is a half truth. But one thing that had crossed my mind one day, as it relates to the beauty space and makeup, and it was maturing is realizing that MAC was enough. MAC was enough. However, the way that other beauty brands and companies and founders have innovated within this space made it worth it. Like when Fenty dropped all those shades and showed everybody what inclusion can look like, things changed for everybody. When Mented Cosmetics dropped nude lipsticks that actually fit dark skin, there was a hole that was filled in the industry. So I'm like, yes, although MAC was enough for certain things, there was still space for needs to be met that were not being met. So shout out to MAC, shout out to Mented, shout out to Fenty, shout out to Amicole, shout out to Rare Beauty. Cause baby, that blush. What am I looking for right now? I'm looking for mascara. And I do need eyeliner. We're mainly looking for mascara right now. Because we're finishing up the face. Girl, what am I going to eat for breakfast today? Because it's clearly too late for Chick-fil-A breakfast. And honestly, I don't want to eat Chick-fil-A breakfast. I did find myself eating that a lot towards the end of, not even towards the end, just like throughout March. And it's because I'm an app girl. Whenever I like a restaurant or a food place or an establishment, period, and they have an app, and that app also has rewards, a reward system, a point system of any kind, I'm gonna use it. I'm like Ryan Coogler said, I'm gonna get involved in that. I have to get involved in that. And, I'm a frequent shopper. Ebony is hoping to marry a blank man. Am I filling in the blank? Um, Ebony is hoping to marry a generous man, a creative man, a strong man, an emotionally aware man, a safe man, a man that is not afraid or ashamed to be a man. Because, there are some men out here, and this is not a male bashing space. Let me go ahead and put that disclaimer out there. I don't make that type of content. I might feel it. I might feel it. But I'm gonna keep it to myself because I like to speak what I want to attract. I don't want to speak what I want to keep seeing. And I also am very aware. I'm an accountable woman. I'm very aware that a lot of times women be the issue. I have been the issue many a times, all right? So let me just set that table. But I see a lot of times that men don't like being men. And I'm like, I understand that there are hardships in everything. Like, we just have to play the cards we're dealt. But at the same time, like, that's a level of self-hate that you have to go heal before you get involved in. Pay attention to the rules. Oh, are we playing hangman? I don't understand. I don't. Are you trying to spell something specific? Because if you're trying to spell the color of my walls, I don't know if that's the type of man I'm gonna marry. And if I do marry a man that is blank 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 TE, then he better come with some seasoning, okay? He better cook. And he better cook what I like. Because I ain't gonna be cooking for no man that's like not into the same things I'm into. That would be strange. That would be miserable. And I will also say, I have seen plenty of people within the biracial community, and they have told us, prompted us, in fact, to stop creating biracial children. I'm not the one saying this. I am the recipient of this information. And I saw the conversation clear as day on Threads. This one girl, biracial girl, I think her mother was white and her dad was black. And she said, as a biracial child, I do not recommend. I do not. Y'all stop fighting! But she was like, as a biracial child, I do not recommend interracial marriages. And then the comments like, recommend? Like, what do you mean you don't recommend? Like, what do you mean by that? And then she was like, stop doing it. Stop. Because the kids that y'all create are miserable. And I'm like, dang. That's crazy. Now, I don't know what the case is whenever the mother is black and the father is white, because I don't really see those stories. But hey, the biracial population that have grown from children to internet using citizens, they have called for an immediate cease of interracial dating. So I'm going to respect their wishes and not engage or procreate with anyone that would create a biracial child. Because they don't want that. Like, you have to listen to people when they say things. Because who am I? I'm literally a Nigerian American. I don't know anything about the biracial experience. So when a biracial person is telling me something, I'm gonna listen. Just like whenever anybody else is telling me something about their experience, I'm gonna listen. Because what do I know? My experience. Y'all, what am I gonna eat for breakfast today? I think I'm gonna have maybe sardines and eggs and plantain. And definitely some hot water. Because I try to start my mornings every morning with a cup of hot water. I need to go buy some lemons. I need to make sure that that's on my grocery list. I need to get groceries. And make sure that all of my bills are getting paid this week. Most of them are on auto pay, so that's good. However, I need to make sure that we're on track because I have some extra bills that I need to make sure I have the funds for. But y'all, I finally finished my freaking expense report for my taxes. And I didn't realize how freaking... Can you give us a Nigerian accent? Are you telling me? You know what? I was gonna say something really, really out of pocket. And I'm glad that I stopped myself. My Nigerian accent is very Americanized, I will say. What do you want me to say? Because I can't even think about what I would say in a Nigerian accent right now. How far? That's something I say like on a regular. How far now? And then whenever somebody's asking, how are you? I did fine. Oh my goodness, these eyebrows. I really just want to get them threaded, but for now, we're gonna tweeze. I've been maintaining my eyebrows myself for a few months and it's not fun, but you know, it's good to have control over your face. Okay, that doesn't go in there. That goes in there. And we're gonna finish this off with just cleaning up these brows a little bit. Oh, girl, I started doing this new thing, and I like this new thing I started doing. So I'm gonna use this setting powder for it. I started setting underneath my eyebrows with setting powder instead of concealer. Well, I started cleaning up my eyebrows with setting powder instead of concealer, and I like what it's doing. Because it also adds a little bit of a highlight, you know? This is the One Size setting powder in the shade Deep Rich. And this is also a very light Deep Rich, I will say. This is... Everybody... See, and this is what I'm saying. Every Deep Rich is not made the same. Because this Deep Rich from Menta Cosmetics is actually Deep Rich. Like, this is... You see how that's like actually close to my skin tone? And that's Deep Rich, right? The one from Almi Cole is Rich Deep. But that also is more of a highlighter than like an all-over powder. And then this one from One Size is Dark Deep. So it's just like, it's interesting. Oh, this eyebrow, see... I'm not gonna get mad at my eyebrows. Why would I get mad at my eyebrows? They're my eyebrows. It did just piss me off to see the shape of it though, because I'm like, y'all really cousins. Y'all really are cousins. And this is why I'm like, girl, go get your eyebrows done. And then I'm also like, girl, just maintain them yourself. But yeah, I think I really just need to clean them up with a tweezer. I'll do that. after I wash my face. We are good and glam, y'all. We are good and glam. It has been 50 minutes of glam and yap. I was not expecting to be on here this long. I was actually hoping I would finish my makeup in 30 minutes because I'm hungry. And I want to eat breakfast. And dang, I really wanted to go get breakfast though. Like I am feeling a little lazy right now. And I think I need to honor that and not make myself feel guilty for not feeling like cooking. But I will make myself a little something. What I really need to start doing again, and what I'm excited to start doing again in the kitchen also, is making smoothies. Because I used to love making a good smoothie. Like, used to love making me a good smoothie, child. So, of course, after we glam, we always wash our hands because we be using our hands and getting makeup on our hands. Like, that's just part of the process. If you can see my tracks, don't. This is a sew-in. Yes. This is a flip over sew-in done by Lola. Shout out to my hairstylist. It's the first sew-in I have gotten since literally prom. And that was 13 years ago. That was legit 13 years ago. That's crazy to say. Did y'all go to prom? If I could redo it again, I would have gone to prom with my best friend Lou and not the date that stood me up. As class president, isn't that crazy? Like, can you imagine? And obviously nobody from my class remembers or cares about that, but just imagine your senior class president got stood up for prom by her date. And the thing is, this date of mine wasn't even like, he wasn't a guy I was talking to. We weren't like flirty friends. Like, he was legit my friend. Or so I thought. And he had just agreed to go to prom with me. And I remember the day of, I'm at my hair appointment and I'm having a hard time reaching him. And I also, need to acknowledge the fact that he was a party promoter and he had a party. Him and his group had a party that same night. So maybe I was being delusional for thinking that he was going to be able to commit for real. But also no, because why did you tell me you were going to commit if you weren't able? You guys, it's important to be impeccable with your word. And that is a direct quote from the 4 Agreements. I love that book. But to be impeccable with your word, and this is honestly something, even as I'm saying it, because it's something that was done onto me, it's something that I know I need to implement within myself, because sometimes we commit to things just because it sounds like the right thing to do, and just because, we don't want to let people down, or whatever the case may be. But the important thing with being impeccable with your word is only agreeing to the things that you can agree to. Like, I know I have it bad. Like, I will say I can do something, and then the reality is, like, I bit off more than I could chew, or I overcommitted. Like, that is... Oh, no. He wasn't... Girl. I said girl, but girl. He was also in high school. We were the same age. He wasn't 40 and divorced twice. But that is hilarious. When I said party promoter, I can see why it sounded like that. But no, he was also in high school. And yeah, this was around the time of Twitter, whenever Twitter was Twitter and Twitter was not X, and weird and gross and ugh. By the way, y'all, if y'all are still on Twitter, I'm judging. I will loudly judge anybody who uses X, formerly known as Twitter, because it is no longer the Twitter that it was whenever it was an enjoyable place to be online. Like, let's just do a mass exodus off of that app. I deactivated in 2022, 2023 maybe, And that was before it became X. And now that it is X, I'm like, girl, you be knowing. You be having the foresight, because it's such a stank place to be online. Like, ew. And I felt that. The oil had dripped in my ears, y'all, please. That's the thing about these sacred drops. They just so runny. Like, girl, slow down. Please slow down. It just got so cold in my ears. I had to just like pause. Okay. And that's the thing about these sacred drops, man. They really be moving through the scalp. But they're really good though. And they have been great for my edges. All right, y'all. Well, this was a blast. Thank you for joining me on my live. This is the Diary of Ebony. I will be posting more blogs. I said blogs, but I meant vlogs, but also blogs on my Substack. I will be posting more vlogs on here throughout the month of April because they have been recorded. They just haven't been edited. And I'm not letting myself make excuses for why things are sitting in my drafts or sitting in my mental to-do list. I'm going to actually bring them into life. So vlogs coming soon. You can expect a Q1 vlog. You can expect a decluttering vlog, and I'm thinking about other projects, but those are more group projects than solo projects. So if you're interested in seeing some of the teamwork I do on a regular basis, you can follow me on Instagram at Ebony Glowhen, GL0HEN. Ebony spelled like the magazine, classic Ebony. And yeah, that's it. That's it. We're gonna close this out. Thank y'all for being here. Thank y'all for yapping with me. Thank y'all for trolling me, because I see y'all. Zip all day. G Monies, you weren't really trolling me for real, but you started to. But then you started helping me. And then 74749, those are actually good number combinations. Yeah, y'all have been great. I hope y'all learned something about being a woman as men. Now I need to get breakfast. And this is part of being a woman that, see, now that I've been here, and now that I need to move on with my day, I'm like, dang, I kind of just want to lay down. But it's like, no, girl, you just got ready. Now do your day. Girl, get up. Girl, get up. Like Doechii said, girl, get up. We're up, we're ready for the day, and I might vlog a little bit today too. Yeah, I think I'll vlog because the event that I'm going to tonight is a good event. So yeah. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you like it here, subscribe, because there will be way more Get Ready With Me Glam and Yaps for the duration of my channel, child. Like, this is just me preserving my history as a person that was on Earth. That's what I'm using YouTube for. And stay tuned, because I have a lot of really exciting things that I want to do on here from the archives of what I have collected in my life. So stay tuned. Meet me here next time. And until then, stay beautiful, stay joyful, and enjoy the moment right now, today.